All right, guys, welcome back to the Late Show for round 22. Going to go through some of your questions that have been sent in this week. Timbo, how are you, my friend?
I'm well, mate. Could be our earliest late show in a while. We're moving well tonight.
We're setting a good pace. Kat, how are you?
I am fantastic. I love the Late Show, guys. I like that I get to be in control here.
You definitely are in control. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of control for a moment. Normally, we have a rock off here. I'm going to change the pace tonight a little bit.
Oh.
We've got a pack of 2025 NRL trading cards. What we're going to do is open them. Which one of us has the most players that have represented the mighty New South Wales Blues?
Jeez, this takes me
Gets
back.
to choose. Yeah, this is
Oh, that
good.
smell of fresh cards. Takes me back to the Pokemon days. Oh, what a whiff. I'm off to a bad start.
So am I. I'm off to a dreadful start.
Oh, shit.
I didn't get a single New South Welshman. Did you get one?
Jeez, you moved quick. Yes!
Fuck.
2. He will.
Well, he wills don't count.
Won't matter. 3.
You got 3. Who are
Who'd you
your
get?
3?
And Spencer Leniu, Hamole Olakuatu, and Liam Martin.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You want to know what's the closest I got to a New South Welshman?
What?
Blake Laurie is the closest I got. I've got AJ Brimson. I've got Ezra Mam. I've got Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. I've got Mulatalo, and I've got Felice Kafusi. And the rest are checklist.
Oh my God, my cards are so
bullshit.
much better than yours. I also had, no disrespect, probably a bit harsh when you preface it by saying that. Blake Laurie got a card. That's huge.
Oh, shit. What are you,
Sorry.
Shane Flanagan?
Well, I'm going through my cards and mine are just elite. So I went through 3 essential current Origin players. I had Jacob Preston, he was like in the extended squad for Game 3, wasn't he? I went Ruben Cotter, Ronaldo Mulitalo, Lindsay Collins, Reece Walsh and Dane Gagai. Outside of Gagai, they're essentially all Origin players. I think Gagai played Origin last year, so maybe I just got a mad deck.
Well, did you get a fan favourite, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck? That'll be worth the best part of 90 cents.
Jacob Preston was my fan favourite, but I did get a holographic Lindsay Collins.
Did I get
hefty.
a holographic? Oh, yeah, Mulatalo. All right.
Jeez, that takes me
wow.
back.
I'm glad we went the long way around for me to lose another fucking rock off.
I know. And you distributed them too.
On that note as well, if you haven't already, guys, jerseys are live now, rugbyleagueguru.com.au. They've been live for about 2 hours by this point, I would suggest. So go to the website, go check them out. Stallions jerseys, Grizzlies jerseys, $79.95, rugbyleagueguru.com.au. You can get a discount if you buy both. That'll be an option on there. What are you looking at? What are you eyeballing? Talk to me.
I just haven't opened a pack of cards since I reckon I was about 9 years old. And I just got that whiff of a brand new pack of cards, be it like the Telegraph, I'm pretty sure it was, Telegraph used to do their footy cards and Pokemon cards and that sort of stuff. And it just took me back a long time. It took me
good
about 20
sniff, isn't it?
years. Yeah, like that smell I haven't smelled in 20 years.
When do you think footy cards are at their peak?
I've still got at home in my, I think it was the Telegraph cards in, I don't know, 03 or something, the Jen Hawkins cheerleader card.
Yes, that
Miss
was
Universe.
I reckon that was like 02, 03. I think that was that the one with Freddie on the, I think Freddie was on the front of that
sounds
one.
about right.
Is that not here somewhere? Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure Freddie was on the front
Yeah.
of that one. 02, 03. Good times. Good times.
Good.
Great classic hits.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice from you.
Music reference.
Rare.
Who's going to take the first ball?
You can have it this week.
Okay.
Okay. First question from James Dorse. If you could pick either one of Haas or Hudson Young for the run home, who would it be?
Tuffy, I would be leaning towards Payne Haas personally. If I can get through this week and I think he's okay injury-wise, I'd probably go with Payne Haas. But Huddy, he's put together a big year. Huddy's probably the one that I should get against you to try and make some ground, but I'm leaning towards Haas. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I haven't put a line through the prospect of getting Hutto at some stage,
Yep.
but I think Payne Haas, he just, as long as he gets through this week and he doesn't look beaten up, he left the field a little bit early last game, minutes were reduced a little. If he comes back this week and does what he know he can do, mate, he can base and power near enough 100. Hudson's outstanding, but he's a little bit more attack reliant. Payne Haas, he doesn't even need it. So I think Payne Haas is the player, but I think they're both great buys.
Okay. Timmy, you are first up with this one from Aotearoa. After this week, is Moses a sneaky play? Draw is enticing.
I'm not interested, but I'm keen to hear Goose. He had a base of 7 on the weekend. That is remarkable. But, I mean, look, in his defence, it was his first game back from a pretty lengthy injury layoff. Some good games on the run home. Roo, on beers and breakevens last week, you were very tempted.
I was. Watching him he's obviously in my draft side. I watched him very closely the other night. You pointed out he got a base of 7. He finished the game on about 47, and I thought, oh, that's low for 2 tries. Surely he goes up. Nope, he went down 43. Not for me. I think I'm happy to look elsewhere for my little pod plays, so no bueno from me.
All right.
There will be some big scores in this run, but not enough to entice me, in my opinion.
Okay, next question from Craig. Tommy Dearden, the man for the run home.
I don't hate this. I'm going to get up the Cowboys draw as we are speaking, but I don't hate the idea of going Tommy Dearden. I think he's got a few more big games in him. So his run home, Sharks, Eels, Knights, Tigers, Brisbane, that's pretty fucking good, Timbo. Number of how many games in North Queensland? Only the 2, plays at Leichhardt Oval. Yeah, I don't mind it. His dual position, isn't he? Halfback 5'8". Yeah, I don't hate it at all. I actually, I wouldn't rule out maybe a play King Tonga to maybe Tommy Dearden for a couple of weeks for me, looking to make up a bit of points on you.
Yeah, look, I nearly came to blows with Maxie Bryan about this one on the Playbook podcast. Not because I was heavily against Tommy Dearden, just because Maxie's all in on him. He doesn't have any trades to get him, which is fortunate. But I think he's a good trade in. What I will say is I wouldn't be getting him at halfback, so I think there's better options.
Yep.
He has some all right matchups there, but again, only 2 in Townsville, has the round 27 bye as well. I just think with Tommy Dearden, most people are running Jaden Campbell or Cam Munster or whoever it is, a gun at 5'8", and then they've got a serviceable backup 5'8". I just think it can be better utilised elsewhere.
Did you hear that or not? Or did you just ignore that?
Ignored it.
Okay, right.
And I
good.
saw that.
Unbelievable. I don't hate it. I'm actually seriously considering it. What do you got for us?
Next question is from Josh Fuller, 20. Got 4 trades left. Worth doing 2 trades for Herbie or hang tight?
Ooh, good one for you, my friend.
Yes, I do. And again, this is famous last words, but look, he's got a very achievable break even of 116. I get it, but going across the Tasman, takes on the Warriors. Look, he gets the weaker defensive edge of them, I believe. So it's not a bad matchup. But all the players out's annoying as well as non-Herbie owner. Some key Warriors out. So, yeah, look, I do think it is worth 2 trades. I'll probably be doing it next week. I think it can probably wait till next week. He has his next 2 games at Suncorp. But, yeah.
If you have 4 trades, you'd be happy to use 2 of them on Herbie this week. If you've already got Nathan Cleary, I can understand it. If you don't, I think there's bigger priorities you have to get than Herbie.
I'm going to assume old mate owns Nathan Cleary. He's a bigger priority than Herbie for sure. Like, I don't have Herbie and I'm not getting Herbie this week. I'm getting Cleary. Yeah.
This is chewing into time.
I'm not even fucking talking.
Well,
You asked.
This is chewing up someone's time.
I would not be using 2 trades on Herbie personally to buy him at 900k, but each to their own.
Cat's cracking whips tonight.
Oh, you bet I am. All right, from Mitch Dennis. Would you sell Marky Mark or Alex Johnston to get Lomax?
I would 100% sell Alex Johnston to get Lomax. AJ, with no ball players left in that side, Jai Gray doesn't like to pass the ball at fullback. I'd be getting rid of AJ in a
What are your
heartbeat.
thoughts on Marky Mark? Could you sell him?
Yeah, you definitely could sell Marky Mark. But I'd be selling AJ 100% before. If you're someone that's just looking to go to Lomax, I think going Mark to Lomax is a good play. I think he will score more points on the run home. But out of those 2, definitely be selling AJ for me.
Absolutely, AJ, yeah. Marky Mark, I actually think he's a decent, especially as people start to jump off with 3 bad weeks.
It's fair.
I don't mind him as a 5th CT dub for the run home, playing for the softer matchups. I think they'll utilise him better on the run. They have to. He's too good to be wasted what's happening. But yeah, look, if you're moving Marky Mark to a Lomax, I mean, just do it. But
I think Lomax you need to have at the end of this season.
He averaged like 94 or something against like top 4 sides the last 3 weeks. Mental.
It's a nice little team effort on the 30 seconds there.
Yeah, it was good.
Now, the random one.
It's great.
You've sort of brought this to the table, and I'm very interested.
Yeah.
I want to discuss this one.
It's awesome.
And I want you to have a think about this
Yeah.
too.
I will once you've explained it.
All right. Question.
Shit.
Yeah. She's,
Shit. Fuck.
what
Proceed.
What happened between shows?
I don't know. I think you went to the bathroom and I think we
have
had it out.
authority here now.
You've always had
Our
authority.
authority is supreme.
When have you not had authority around
I
here?
reign supreme.
Should head-to-head finals and draft, for that matter, be rewarded for finishing first and second and fifth and sixth and have those advantages? So just like the NRL does, and first and foremost, I absolutely think they are, fantasy sport is about replicating the actual competition. There's no advantage in SuperCoach for finishing 1 or 2 or 5 or 6, and that goes into week 2 of finals as well. Mate, I don't know the exact way you do it, whether it's a points head start or something, but mate, we're trying to replicate the NRL, and there's no reward for finishing first, second, or fifth or sixth. I like it.
Now, before you shit down Timmy's throat in the comments, what he's saying is that there's no reward for being 1, 2 compared to 3 and 4. Whereas in the NRL, you have a home final. There's nothing in SuperCoach. So I tend to agree. The 5 and 6 thing I'm a little bit iffy on, but 1 and 2 I think at absolute minimum. What would you do? Would you give them like a head start of points? Like, would you give them like?
I'm really keen to hear people's ideas in the comments, because I think there's a bit of traction with this. I think this is something that we can push on those at SuperCoach headquarters. So now that they've bought out Vapor Media, whatever, we had Sanction on the show last week and we chatted about a few potential changes. But long story short, mate, they're now in a position just to make a few more decisions on a whim and change some things up. So I reckon we can get a bit of a campaign going for this, but we need to go with the powers that be. We need to go with them with something good. So let us know in the comments, wherever you're listening, watching on YouTube, your ideas of how can these finishing 1, 2, and 5, 6, where in the NRL you'd get home semis. How can you be advantaged in SuperCoach? And look, the obvious one that comes straight to mind is like it might be a 10-point head start. It might be 15 points. It can be bugger all, but just a little advantage there. But I feel like there's a lot of things you could potentially do.
Yeah, I don't mind the idea of the points thing. I had in my mind 20 points.
20 points.
I think and even if you're to avoid draws, but you just go the higher terminal, you go like 20.5, for example, or something like that. I think 20 points would be a bit of a golden spot. I tinkered in my mind the idea of maybe like you get your additional player as your lowest scoring bench player. You get whatever score that is. But I think for draft comps, you could get a little bit dodgy with that, purging your bench to have a gun there. I think in Classic, that could potentially work. But I also don't just mind the 20-point start.
Just straight up. And, like anything in SuperCoach, you have your league settings.
Yep.
You don't have to turn it on if you don't want, if you're a traditional. And, maybe you can set your league settings and it can be 50 or something.
You could change your amount.
What do you want it to be? So then it suits everyone. But I just think you were in a head-to-head and you might go undefeated through your head-to-head season and have a 12-point buffer to fourth place. And then you play in week 1, you have no advantage on them.
What would it look like if you unlocked an additional trade or something?
Sorry.
What would it look like if the reward was unlocking something additional as opposed to points?
I don't mind that.
So that the game concept doesn't change because there's still strategy involved. Just like playing a home game doesn't mean you're going to win. Like
I don't
there's a home
mind it,
team
yeah.
advantage. So the advantage is in we're giving you the capacity to do something, but you still have to make it work for you.
I don't mind that. Like, that's big because people are generally out of trade. But, mate, so is finishing top 2. So is getting a home final
exactly.
in NRL finals.
So is playing at Amy Park or playing it at a core stadium if you're Melbourne Storm. It's going to make a difference.
It's a massive advantage. So,
what about on the points thing? Sorry, just circling back to that, but I fucking love that idea. I think getting an extra trade might be
probably too much.
Too much?
I think it's too
I like
big.
the idea, but possibly too much.
I think it's probably too big.
Yeah.
What about so let's say if I'm first and Kat's fourth and we play each other week 1.
That was strangely realistic.
Fair. If maybe the additional points I could get could be my average score throughout the season minus her average score of the season, and you sort of dictate it like that.
So it's relative.
Instead of it being a set amount of 20, 10, 15, it could just be you divide your average scores across the season and whatever that is.
I think, firstly, I like the idea, but I think you're too tricky. And I think head-to-head, I think bye period would screw that around a bit
But
too
you've
much.
both done bye period.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you've been in different
Yeah.
boats. You've played the same season.
Mate, I reckon it's, the having not thought too much about it, I reckon the answer's something around you can change in your league settings, you can set as many points as you want. To avoid madness, you maybe cap it at 50 or 100 or something. But yeah, but like I think the default should be something like just 20 points.
If I finish third, I play 2 week 1. They get a 20-point head start, whatever. I lose. Do I get a head start the week after? Because I would
think
have
so.
the home final.
Mate, we're trying to replicate the real sport. And again, another major advantage if you finish top 4 and you lose week 1, you get a home final the next week, you get the advantage. I think so.
So does the advantage only drop off once you get to grand final? Is that the thought?
Well, do they get a prelim final advantage or not?
Well, in the NRL they do. You get a home final.
Yeah. So, yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you just replicate it. So then obviously you don't in the grand final, but do you think so?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have it in the grand final.
No, not grand
No.
final.
Prelim I'm okay with. I think it should probably get less and
Maybe you can reduce as you go through. Maybe week 1 or
I
final.
don't mind the idea of it just being week 1. That's why I don't love 5 and 6 getting it. Maybe the first 2 weeks because then everyone has a shot at it.
But 5 and 6 just as important as 1 or 2 because they're like you finish five, same argument. You're 10 competition points clear of 8th, and then you go into the week 1 finals square. Like, why? I don't think it should change. I don't think you just give it to 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So there's no advantage of finishing 5th over 8th. I don't see why you'd have one and not the other.
It'll be interesting to see what people think in
Freaking
the
oath.
comments.
And let's call a spade a spade. There'll be great ideas and better ones than ours, but I think there'll be some good stuff in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how else you could do it. The trade, I just think that'll be a little bit too etch. I don't know how else you could.
What if you get an extra reserve one? You kind of hinted at this, or like
Yeah, I think getting an extra reserve once again, because that could be 100 points. Like, that could
Yeah.
be fucked. I think if you maybe get your bonus points could be your lowest scoring player in a classic, I think that could work. So it might mean that I cop like a King Tongi as fucking 7 or whatever, or I might be able to score a 50 out of there.
That your lowest scoring player on your extended bench. I just think you don't want to mess with strategy too much, and then you go into finals and again you're playing with 5, but you try and have like one gun reserve and all that. I don't think you want to overcomplicate it. I think if you just go like just a flat 20.
I think in classic though, that's almost impossible to do in my opinion.
is, yeah.
Draft it'd be easy. Draft I would take the piss out of
because then you
that.
trade people out and
100%.
and
Yeah, just purge every single
nuffs
week.
and
But
stuff.
you wouldn't be able. I think
Yeah.
it'd be pretty hard to take advantage of it in classic. And it probably would benefit those that don't have squad depth as well, which you wouldn't love.
Yeah,
I think there's something in it though.
freaking oath there is.
There is definitely something. There's nothing you could do with like captaincies. It's you can't really fuck around with that, can you? Not really.
Mate, I think probably the simple answer is just 20 points or whatever you want to agree on. It's cool though. I like it.
Yeah, there's definitely something there. Definitely something there. Please let us know in the comments your thoughts. And if you don't like it, just move the fuck on. But if you've got ideas, we want to hear them.
Yeah, we're here for good ideas.
I don't want to all the shitting down our throat in the comments. Just let me know if you've got an idea. I'm keen to hear it. Or if you like one of our ideas, please go for it. We're done.
We're done.
RugbyLeagueGuru.com.au. Go and grab yourself a jersey. Go and grab yourself 2. Why not? Value. Val Holmes. Val. See you next week.